Hi there, and welcome back to the Clarinet on the Glacier guide to the Swiss Alps, hiking and various things Swiss. Today we're going to look at the town, well actually not so much the town, but the railway station and the surrounding countryside of Lausanne. You can see there the railway station looking like most railways, well not like most railway stations, it's a fairly clean one. Let's give it credit. And that's where the action takes place in the book, such as does in Lausanne. It's in the railway station where there's a mad dash to get tickets and an airborne entry into a railway carriage as a result thereof. Lausanne itself is actually it's a nice place. It's at the east end of the lake, Lac Léman, or Lake Geneva in English. Geneva itself sitting at the west end. Lausanne sits towards the east. It's not quite on the east end of the lake. That's more round about Montreux way. Lausanne, though, is towards the east end, and you can see there the view you get coming out of the station on the train, overlooking the French mountains to the south, but with the Swiss Alps coming up on the left-hand side there, which is as you head east. Up. This shot was taken from further back from the last one, overlooking where Lausanne is on the side of the lake, and you can see there that it's not like Geneva, where you have to go quite a long way to get to the good hiking. In Lausanne, it's only a few minutes, right up to the good stuff, straight behind, and there's a lot more beyond that. Back, you're into some very good stuff. You can see there, this shot was taken only a few minutes train ride outside Lausanne, and yeah, it's a nice countryside. You can enjoy yourself there. But people do enjoy themselves quite a lot in the Lausanne area. Let me explain why. And indeed, let's come back to the railway station end of things as per the book. I'm going to talk about some things which don't happen in the book so much, but which you may find amusing. Incidentally, you can see there's already some amusement in Lausanne station because you can get a train to a place called Grandson in French, but it's just kind of amusing that there's a train which apparently goes to your grandson. But what's more unusual about Lausanne and about Switzerland in general is the fact that there's an odd phenomenon you can see in Switzerland, particularly in the summer. Essentially, it's to do with couples, young couples. For some strange reason, the better looking the girl, the mankier the guy who's with her. And not just in terms of what he looks like, but in terms of the way he treats her as well. And this is a strange thing which you see in Switzerland. You see, basically, I mean, not that I go around looking for these things, let me make it straight, but you just can't help noticing that she can be very nice looking, she can be beautiful, and the guy with her, well, he'll be there with his hands somewhere round about his knees. You're not quite sure if he speaks French or German because basically he just grunts. The body odour is probably permeating from one end of the carriage to the other, and trust me, it's not her. He'll have facial hair which sort of blends into the hair on his head and onto the chest hair which is poking out the top of his t-shirt, which was probably last washed a couple of Christmases ago. And yet she'll be fawning all over him. He won't be paying any attention. He'll be looking up how to get rid of your toe fungus or something on his phone. But meanwhile, she'll be helping him out. She'll be pulling out the remains of last week's kebab from his beard while she flosses his teeth with a spare pube or something. I really don't know where this comes from, but it's amazing that if you want to score in Switzerland as a guy, it seems, you just have to be as manky as possible. But and the reason I associate this with Lausanne is, apart from the fact you see it in Lausanne more than anywhere else, but somebody explained to me that there's a reason for this, that Lausanne is a university town. There are more students in Lausanne than any other town in Switzerland, even Zurich, apparently. I'm not totally sure if that's correct or not, but there are an awful lot of them. And apparently these guys, they are typical of the hipster look, which apparently is a great way to score. So I hear. Not that I've tried it. Not that I intend to try it, but apparently, if you're a hipster, you can get away with basically not making any effort whatsoever, and you get lucky. It's amazing. You don't have to try. You don't have to try to look cool. I mean, trust me, I'm dressed in a way not to impress in Switzerland. And in fact, I found this a bit scary because as you know, as I think I've explained in the video about Spitz, by the time you've finished hiking around the Alps on a weekend, you've been up there Saturday, Sunday, sort of mid-20s to low 30s temperatures, hiking up and down 1,000 meters, you don't smell the greatest. You don't look the greatest. But there is one thing which I thought was the case, that you'd be guaranteed a seat on the train on the way home for fairly obvious reasons why nobody wants to sit next to you. Apparently not. If I turn up smelling that badly, I'm going to have to worry that I might get sexually assaulted because I don't smell nice enough. Something like that. This is a particularly scary thought. I mean, am I going to get lucky by not trying? I don't even try to get lucky. I'm not trying to score. I'm trying to go up the Alps. That's all. I'm not trying to go up anything else. Trust me. But it seems that in Switzerland in particular, things can happen which are very interesting, very exciting, but which you never anticipated at all. Definitely a country worth trying. That's all for now, so have a great day.